Let's take it granularly down to like landholders, right? Landowners, right? They may see it as this is a added benefit or an added reward that I could add to people that mine on my land as a way of differentiating their land from other people, right? From other lands, right? I mean, again, as a player, as a user of Alien Worlds for the last several years myself, I think everybody's kind of faced with that decision, right? What land do I mine on? What kind of land do I want? Do I want better Trillium rewards? Do I want better NFT kind of rewards? What is making the decision in terms of what land am I mining on, right? So this again might be like to a landowner a way of differentiating, right? Like, oh, you're getting, and I know this kind of exists with like kinder miners and then some other structures, right? Which is, well, I'll give you a little bit more of incentive to mine on my land, right? So this might be another incentive, another reward to the specific landowner, that you're not only getting the Trillium, but maybe you're getting LD2, and if you mine a lot, you eventually can get like a real physical silver. For a landowner, that might be advantageous, right? For like a planet, I think the planet, DAOs could see it as, again, another way of like storing some value if they choose to, right? So they know that there's fluctuations in the NFTs and the NFT market, and so having some of the reserves or whatever it is, I'm not sure exactly how that works. I don't know that area very well. That might be advantageous for them. We're the planet that offers, silver and so forth. And like I said earlier, I think psychologically there's this kind of like mining analogy, right? That if you're mining on land for Trillium and you're mining silver in a physical sense, that this mining kind of pun or wordplay kind of has some sort of attraction. And so they would come to our site, or they would go through a different one of our interfaces, and they would say, okay, this is what we want to have backed. This is how much backing we want to have per each of those NFT we mint. And so everybody knows that template, let's call it, is backed by a certain amount of silver. Every minting of this template, every NFT that's minted in this template has a 10,000 silver, an ounce of silver, whatever they wanted to do, would be the best course of action for them. And then there's no discrepancy about, oh, does this particular NFT have a backing, right? Because they know this template has a backing, NFTbacker.io. And they would say, okay, I want to have this backed. And you say, okay, you're going to have to buy, depending on how many you're going to mint and how much you want each one back, you have to buy this amount of silver. So an example, I want to have this template. I'm going to mint 10 of them. I want to have each one backed by a 10,000 silver, and so I'm going to buy an ounce of silver, and then they own the silver, right? Because our whole system is based on the fact that you buy the silver up front. So they have to purchase the silver, and then they attach that 10,000 silver to each one of those NFTs in that template. Whoever owned that NFT with that backing can then burn that NFT. Burning that NFT releases essentially the 10,000 silver they have, right? And so now they have the physical silver. Well, they have the token for the physical silver.